Hey guys, welcome back to the Giovanni Show. Today we have many topics to go over. We have a topic of best cornerback duos. Some of the duos that we have is Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey, Trayvon Diggs, and Stephon Gilmore, and we have some other ones in there, so I hope you stick around. That's going to be the first thing that we talk about. We also have a segment with my sister coming up, talking about what it's like to have a brother that just went into the army, and how to deal with that, how to cope with that. We are also doing Twitter World is a Silly World, and we have a new segment at the very, very end. So make sure you stick around for that. If you enjoy the content, I would love for you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Geo the Podcaster on YouTube. Also make sure that you share this with a friend, and as always, you can listen to my podcast anywhere you get podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere you get podcasts. I am excited to be here with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy the show. Alright guys, so let's get into the best cornerback duos in the league. I would really love to hear your guys' opinions on this. You can tweet me at Geo the Podcaster on Twitter what your opinions are on this. So first off, we got Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Sauce has obviously been in the league for a year. And his rookie year went phenomenally. He was, number 46, allowed yards in the NFL last year. He had 2 interceptions. The guy was just an absolute stud. And, DJ is a great cornerback, obviously, in the zone coverage. So these guys are just an amazing duo, one of the best in the league. Can't wait to see them play this year. Sauce, obviously, like I said, he's a stud. Excited to see how his second year goes. But yeah, that duo is an elite duo. I think that that's one of my higher duos, in the NFL right now. Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. Obviously, Jalen coming from Los Angeles into Miami, but the guy is a stud as well. We've seen him be one of the best lockdown corners in his whole career. 8 years in the league. He's just been amazing all 8 years with 19 interceptions throughout those 8 years. And Xavier Howard guy, I mean, he's just amazing. It's gonna be really hard for them, for different offenses in the league to try to pass against these guys this year. I think that it's going to be really hard when it comes to passing the ball, no matter what quarterback you have. I think that we're going to see a lot of offenses crumble in the pass game against them, and we're going to see a lot of running when it comes up to uh, uh, matchups against the Dolphins, just because this cornerback duo is such a great duo. On each end of the field, it's going to be very hard. So, I'm excited to see them this year play, and they're going to play phenomenally. Darius Slay, James Bradbury, man, we saw it last year. An amazing duo. Their chemistry on and off the field is just electric. You love to see it. You love to see that in a locker room. The way that they tease each other, and they're really like brothers. It's amazing to see. I love watching them play together because not only do they have a lot of fun together, they uplift each other, and that's what you want in the locker room, and that's how good things happen on the field. Obviously James Bradbury had that hold in the Super Bowl, but was that the reason why we lost the Super Bowl? No. The offense and defense should have been playing their best, throughout the whole game. I know that the turf played a factor and everything like that. But I don't think that James Bradbury deserves as much hate as he gets. You know, he put up great numbers last year, and I think he's going to play great this year too. Happy to have Slay back in Philly. I know we had that scare of, is he coming back? Is he not coming back? I was nervous. I know a lot of you guys were nervous. So I'm excited to have him back, and excited to see them in training camp in just a few days. Obviously guys coming in like Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and, hopefully we use Nakobe Dean this year. Guys like that in the defense are also going to make a difference. So we got the secondary is amazing, and just, that line, man. Can't wait to see that. Um, so Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore is my last duo, and I'd say that Trayvon Diggs, obviously, been in the year for 3 years. The guy is a cheat code against offenses. Um, he's had 17 interceptions in those 3 years. Obviously, Stephon Gilmore is a veteran, so I don't think he'll put up as many numbers as people think he will. But I also don't think that he's going to be a complete waste of money. I think that because he is a vet, he's going to put a lot of talent into this defense. Um, Not only him being in the defense and having that high football IQ, but I think that he's going to give that IQ over to the newer guys like Trayvon, like Micah, really how to show them how to run a defense. Really excited to see uh Stephon come into this defense because it's going to be hard for the NFC East, and the whole NFC really, because when you got guys like Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons, electric guys like that who are just really hungry to get some wins, and then you add a veteran like Stephon Gilmore in there to coach those younger talents. It's just gonna be hard to stop, and I'm excited to see all these duos that we just talked about. Like I said, I would love to hear your guys' opinions on this. So if you guys tweet me at Geo the Podcaster on Twitter, or send me a threads comment on my threads, I know I'll be putting out a clip of this on threads. So I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Next, we are going to a segment with my little sister. Hey guys, so the next segment that we are doing is Twitter World is a Silly World. We started this last time I did a podcast, and I had a lot of fun with it. I know that we talked about the Elon Musk Mark Zuckerberg fight last time around. Sometimes we're going to be talking about football on here, sometimes we're going to just talk about some crazy stuff we see on Twitter. This time we're going to talk about some football because I have seen some crazy things on Twitter lately. A lot of different podcasts and people tweeting about Jalen Hurts, thinking that he's going to lose the talent of, just being a great quarterback. And the reason why I don't think he will is just because he's such a great leader, and I know everybody is going after him because he uses his legs a lot, but I really think that that's going to stop this year just because we added so much running back talent to this offense. I think that it's going to be a completely different Jalen. He's really going to throw the ball deep to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Like I said, it's going to be a completely different Jalen Hurts. I'm excited to see what transpires through all this hate because I know he uses that as fuel, and I think that the people saying that either quarterbacks that use their legs get hurt or shut down easily because defenses figure them out and everything. I think Jalen Hurts is just a different breed. I think that he's a guy who goes into games not caring about the media, not caring about any of that. He's just going out there to play some ball and not let them get in his head. So I think that he's gonna go in and just do his thing. If he's running the ball, he's gonna run it good. And the guy has a high football IQ, so he knows how to do it without getting hurt. Um, I think that a lot of people are going to be shocked after this year, after they realize that it wasn't just a one-hit wonder and the Eagles go back to the Super Bowl. I do think that it will be more challenging to get back to that highest stage this year, just because we look at last year and our schedule with the talent that we have was pretty easy. You look at this schedule and we're going against teams like the Dolphins and the Chiefs, and it'll be hard. It'll be hard to get back against the Chiefs. I know that the Cowboys are going to be contenders, like I said before, with Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore. With that duo, just having Stephon Gilmore coaching those younger guys, I think that it'll be definitely harder for the Eagles. And yeah, I think that it'll definitely be harder, but I don't think that it's going to be too hard to the fact that they're not going to be able to get back to that stage, because we look at this draft class and we brought in Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. We look at these guys and they're amazing rushers. They're going to get a lot of sacks this year, guys. And Nakobe Dean, I know I've said it before, I'll say it again. Hope we use that guy. We didn't see him a whole lot last year, but I hope we see him lining up this year. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment. Now, let's go on to the new segment. Hope you guys enjoy the next one. Hey guys, so I am starting this new segment. It is called the Fun Fact Finale, because we are at the end of the show. Don't go anywhere though. We have a lot to unravel, because guys, there was an Instagram post on Jordan Mailata's story. He said, it was a picture of him and Lane Johnson. He said, "Let's run this bleep back." Now, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about the Eagles fans listening to this. I don't know about the Cowboys fans listening to this, or the Washington fans, or the Giants fans. But guys, if I'm anybody else in the NFC and I see a guy like Jordan Mailata putting that on his IG story, guys, I am terrified. That guy is literally a boulder. He throws people and does not care. He is one of the nicest guys that I've ever met, though. But on the football field, he just picks people up and throws them out. It is hilarious to see. I'm excited to see this offense again. Obviously, the best offense in the NFL. I'm really excited to see Lane Johnson back at it with Jordan Mailata. This whole offensive line has such great chemistry. And I'm just excited to see that chemistry once again. Obviously, they've been spending a lot of time together in the off season, which is great to build that chemistry on and off the field, because when you're having good chemistry off the field, you're going to make plays on the field. And I think that they're going to protect Jalen to the most of their ability this year. I just cannot wait to see it, guys. I hope you guys can't wait to see it. We're a few days out from camp, which means we are close to the preseason, guys. We got one less preseason game, now, uh, since the last few years, so I'm very excited, because we jump right into the regular season. It seems like the preseason just flies by now, which is amazing. So I can't wait to get to camp, see these guys play in camp. Really excited to watch that on social media. Obviously, I won't be able to go because I'm here in Indy, but I'm excited to see them on social media, because these guys have been putting in the work in the off season, and we're gonna see it at camp. I think Jalen is ready. The whole offense is ready, and that defense is ready to eat, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So for this segment, we have my lovely sister, Juliana. This is the first time she's been on the podcast. And we are kind of here to talk about how to cope with having a brother who just goes into the military, because I know it's hard. They turn 18, you've been with them your whole life, and then just one day they leave. Where right now our brother Dominic just left last week to go to Oklahoma. I know that it's pretty emotional for me and her. But we're going to fight through those emotions to talk to you guys about this, because I know that it's hard for the families just as it's hard for the soldiers going into it. So my first question to you is, how have you been dealing with it? I know that you've been pretty emotional, but how has it been for you, and what kind of emotions specifically are you feeling?
It's just it's sad to just kind of see him go because
Yeah.
I was always around him and I like literally never let him be alone. So it's just kind of weird because I don't really have that person to just talk about random stuff with. Um, so yeah, it's definitely sad. It's an adjustment.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to snaggle with the microphone as she's talking. Here, get closer to the mic when you talk. So I know for me, it's been tough. For my whole life, it's been me and Dom. I know that me and Dom are closer in age than you and him are. Obviously, I'm 16, turning 16 this year, and he's 18. So pretty much we've been into the same stuff our whole life. And if you know anything about our family, we are probably the closest family ever. You see families like doing all this stuff separately, but our family, like, we never leave each other alone. So it's definitely been hard. I knew that my brother Dom actually went away like last summer for a week back to Pennsylvania. That was tough just for that week, but I know my mom and my dad have been feeling it too. It's been affecting the whole household. I guess that brings me to the next question though. What are some things that kind of take your mind off of it, or make you happier when you're kind of down about it?
Definitely hanging out with you guys.
Talking to the mic.
Definitely hanging out with you guys, but also just kind of going into like my own little like bubble and just kind of like rocking out to music. That kind of makes me think about him to just kind of make it feel like he's here. Um, but also just kind of like
There
but just kind of like just writing, watching movies, just kind of like doing my own thing really helps.
you can talk louder too. All right. So I know for me personally, the thing that's been helping me a lot is just really connecting with myself, connecting with God, and finding out that this is like His plan for everyone. He has a plan for everyone, and this is His plan for Dom. And that not to get discouraged, because we're gonna see him in, I think it was like 8 weeks and however many days yesterday. So it's just 8 weeks left. He's gonna be there for 10 weeks, so we're already like what, couple
I like 2 weeks
2 weeks in. So, yeah, it's definitely been hard though. We got to talk to him last night. We're recording this on Sunday. This part of the podcast. I recorded the other part. The whole other podcast was recorded the day before, so Sunday. But so we're at Monday at this point in time. But the way that we got to talk to him, we got to FaceTime him, and he looked happy. We got to see his dog tags and everything. It was just awesome to see him. He got to see me walk, so it was kind of like he was here. Big motivator. I know that he's one of my biggest inspirations and one of my biggest heroes. Seeing him take on this battle, that he didn't have to. He's 18. He's just a brand new adult to the world, and he really wanted to take this on. And he scored high on his ASVAB so he could get a good job in the military. So he's just been working so hard. I'm so proud of him. But yeah, really the one thing that I've been doing is connecting to Jesus, and just really praying about the whole situation. And yeah, that's been helping me. I know that you and him had a lot of bonds about different things. She's very, very, very into horror movies and rock music. So she's kind of she's that person of the family. So
we just went to a birthday convention right before he left.
What's that?
We just went to a horror convention right before he left, so that was pretty big.
Yeah, they did. They went to a horror convention the weekend before he left. So that was definitely good for them to get that last hurrah before he left, if you will. But it if you're going through this, it will definitely hurt and it definitely will sting for a while. But you really just got to keep a good head on your shoulders. And really know that this is God's plan for them and they're going to make it through. So, with that being said, with this short segment on how to cope with family members going into the military with Juliana Algarin, this brings me to the part where I ask you, is there anything that you want to plug? Hold on, let me move the microphone.
Me and our dad's YouTube channel, Janrico Games. It's basically just like, we just play wrestling and we just talk about random stuff that just is happening. So like movies, wrestling, TV shows, really anything.
So you guys heard that. Go subscribe to Gian Rico on YouTube. GIANRICO. So go subscribe and you guys can hear more of her, some more of her in-depth takes about just life in general. It's kind of cool to hear it from a 11-year-old how life is so difficult for you. I'm just kidding. But
Dog.
we indeed do. But thank you guys so much for listening. Go check them out on YouTube, and I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. I hope it helps you and your children going through this. But yeah, thanks for listening to this segment, guys. On to the next. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you have, I would love if you guys would subscribe to my YouTube. We are doing a cooler giveaway, a soft cooler. It is a Philadelphia Eagles soft cooler. So if you guys are planning on tailgating this season or need it for a backyard barbecue, you guys can enter the giveaway for this cooler. All you have to do to enter it is just subscribe to my YouTube channel. You're automatically entered in. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we are announcing the winner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast and don't forget to subscribe and, share this with a friend. And, I'll be back at this next week. I'll see you guys next week.